stream. Hope all's well with everyone as we're just chilling out, hanging out. Yeah, we're just chillaxing on our drive to work today. Like we usually do on the weekdays. Hope all's well with everyone. Today is February 12th, 2026. And today being Thursday means that after school today I have my math club meeting. So we'll be doing this stream later than usual. Hey Danny Berry, happy Thursday. How's things going for you? Welcome in everybody. If you're just coming in, I'm Rhypi, and if you're new, welcome in. For me, I'm a high school math teacher / college instructor when I'm not on YouTube, and when I'm on YouTube, I either do these streams to or from work like you see now, or I do video games on the weekdays in the evenings, or Saturdays. It varies depending on what's going on at my school. And Sunday, I usually am playing from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. all Central Standard Time, or UTC -5. So, hope everything's going well with everyone. And for me, I keep slightly working on the trailer when I have a chance to work on it, because I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do a different one for each series, or if I want to do it where I do a trailer for any stream. I'll have to decide that. Is one of the things since being at the 1,000 level mark of people supporting me, I have it where I can enable trailers for you guys to watch before the gameplay streams. So, hey brother Adam, how are you doing? How's things going? How are you doing, bro, Adam? Yep. It's one of those things I try to save, because I know that for those of us that are overseas, that if I say Central Standard Time, it does not always mean the same thing. Because I think there's another part of the world that uses the word Central. So I have to make sure that I don't confuse anyone. Hello, Lady Jenny. How are you doing today? Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Hope all's well. And sorry that I didn't get a chance to stop by your live, Lady Jenny, before I did mine. I just got busy doing things like walking the dog and a couple other things that I forgot to take my phone with me. I understand that, brother Adam. I understand that completely. I just know for me, I can only do that on some Saturdays while I'm teaching. That when I wasn't doing my full-time teaching job, I know I could have a long time to rest, but I'm just glad that I'm able to help my family more than I did last year, because last year just felt like I could have done a lot more. Thank you, Jenny. I just know that we try to support each other, but I know we both are very busy people when it comes to things outside of YouTube. I just hope things are going well. for all your family members you're taking care of. Because there's a lot of us that we try to support each other when we can. And some people see it, and some people, because they're new to the channel, is like, huh, how do you guys know each other? Not as bad, at least in Texas wise, that the last couple of days we've been in the 50s to 80s Fahrenheit range, depending on the day. It hasn't been as cold as the previous weeks, but can't tell you about the other parts of the US and Canada. That part I can't tell you, because I know that in the north and in Canada they have more snow days than we do in the south. So the reason why that we don't always say that we have snow every year. How's that, Brother Adam? But that's the cold fronts for you, and you usually get them coming from California or Nevada. No, not that. From that direction, usually from North or South Dakota, I think, is where most of your cold fronts comes from. But still cold for you. So still cold for you, Brother Adam, even if it's not quite 32 degrees. I know it's still cold for you. And you're like, how many layers of jackets do I need to put on before I go out? Typically, and Brother Adam can correct me or say I'm correct, but we usually, and especially those of us that live in the South, we try to have our stuff geared for any weather. But I know in the North that they cater more to having cold weather set up, because it's rarely hot out there. That where they feel like they need it every time. But sometimes that's why they get their car service at least twice a year in the North. Once to get the summer/spring, and another for fall and winter. But it's just one of those crazy things to think about, because for people in the South, I'm kind of one of those rare exceptions, but a lot of people, if it's below 50, they have to put a jacket on. I know in the North, if it's 50, they would think it's too warm. It's kind of funny. I know some people say it's, if you want to think of the kind of safe line, it's usually anything north of Nebraska. Usually has to worry about snow a lot more, if I remember right. But it's just one of those funny things to think about, because we all do have different temperatures that we're used to, and different temperatures we would like to experience, and then once we experience, it's like, okay, I see why you said that. I don't want it anymore. But like for me, when Galveston has it once a year where we have the ice exhibited at my local aquarium, that they do as an exhibit where they have people making ice sculptures and stuff like that, that they keep it in a certain temperature. I remember both years I wore a heavy jacket. I mean, my first year I wore a heavy jacket and felt super hot by that time I was leaving. So the next year when we did it, I just put a light jacket on because I didn't want to be that I was sweating inside of the parka that they require us to wear. I think it's called parka. Hopefully I'm thinking the correct terminology. I understand that, Brother Adam. Yeah. It is cool to see how much snow people get sometimes, even if I know the shoveling isn't fun afterwards. Poor people. Because if it's just the usual, in their eyes, the usual 1 feet or 2 feet of snow, they have to figure out how to plow or shovel the snow away so they can head to work, because it's not like us, especially in Texas. If it's more than 6 inches, we usually call it off because of how some people in Texas can't drive in the cold, even though they say they can. There's a reason why they say some places that they stock up at a certain point to make sure that they don't have to leave unless they need to. If you're just tuning in, feel free to join in the conversation or just say hi. I'll leave that up to you guys. I'm Rhypi. For those of you that are just tuning in, and it's the first time you being here, welcome in. For those of you that are new, we're just chilling on, hanging out, talking to each other, because we usually support other people besides just ourselves. So we're usually chatting about random stuff, and like right now we're talking about the code. So feel free to add your part of the conversation. If you enjoy the code or don't enjoy the code, let us know why. I can believe that. I can believe that. There's a whole reason why some people joke as the ice bath challenge. For even though we don't experience that cold of a temperature, but that's why that challenge exists in the first place. Yeah. For me, because a couple of years ago when we didn't really have any heat in the house that I told you guys I was staying at, because my friend let me borrow their second house where the heat was not working in the water, so I had to get used to cold showers. If I was wanting to wash it properly. And then I had it where once a week I went to one of the truck gas stations to take a shower at one of the truck stops once a week, so I have hot water. I just didn't want to burn a lot of money on it, so I only did it once a week. Because at the time, I think it was $6.50 for an hour. But they said if you need to take longer, that you can. But usually I'm out of there after 10 to 20 minutes. So I didn't want to be late to work. That was also when I used to drive every Monday 3 hours and every Friday 4 to 6 hours, depending on how bad traffic was, because everyone was trying to get into the games, different football games or basketball games that was going on at different universities I was driving through. I understand that, brother Adam. I understand that. Welcome in, everybody. We're just chilling out, talking about different snow / how people keep warm. So feel free to continue the conversation if you want to, or if you just want to say hi, feel free to say hi. Now we're just chilling out, hanging out together on my way to work. And for those of you that are asking, because you haven't been in the stream before, what do I do for work? I'm a high school math teacher / college instructor. So some people say they can tell right away, and some people, they are shocked I'm a teacher. Yeah. Doctors will say that because they don't want it to be where it feels like your skin is burning in their eyes. Because I know some people can handle the burn, but sometimes some people are like, they don't want your hand or your arm to look too red where it looks like you're sunburned. This is why some people say it. But I know there's other reasons behind it too. I just know, at least from me being from Galveston, that was sometimes the thing for some people, is that they couldn't always do hot showers because they had to about if it looked like it was sunburned or not. And for me, it still feels weird that I don't have to worry about different things. Since I haven't been on the island in a long time, besides just visiting. At some point, I've always thought about if I'm able to start the business that I've been thinking about doing, that to have some kind of part of it in my hometown, but it just depends on how it happens and if it works out. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop bringing chat for a second because of how traffic is right now. Give me a second to have it where I don't have to worry about problems with traffic. I just read what you last said, brother Adam. So yeah, I don't know about your doctors, but I know in my part of Texas that sometimes they worry about people getting skin cancer because of them not putting sunscreen enough. I know that's one of the things that they worry for people a lot, and especially those of us that live near the coast. Sorry about the quietness. I just, with how people was driving, I was like, let me pay attention for a second. Yeah, I understand that, brother Adam. I understand that. But like I said, I just know that that's some people's worry. Some people worry isn't a worry that they're just like that they can't do any cold water, so that's why they have to have the hot water. I don't excuse me. I don't blame anyone that does just hot showers or just cold showers, because there's some people that they say the hot and it doesn't agree to them, so they don't do hot showers either. And that spectrum of things, and it's interesting to hear some of them say it. And I know some people, they say they only take cold showers because it's supposed to help get rid of viruses or bacteria on you and stuff like that. That's how some people say that, why they only do cold showers. But everyone kind of has their own opinion when it comes to things sometimes. So it's like, it's interesting hearing everyone's viewpoint when it comes to a lot of different things. Why it's just one of those cases that I never will say that I'm a true expert of things, because even though I know lot of math or know a lot about teaching aspects. I'm not gonna ever say that I'm a professional at it because there's still things that I can learn. Learn about every topic, not just the ones that it seems like that I should know everything already. Because even if I say that I know everything to know about high school mathematics, I know that there's always another math that I can learn that I never learned or understand how students see in elementary, so I know how to bridge the gap when they're not retaining what they learned in middle school. Just one of those interesting things to say the least. Hello, Abigail. How are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, Abby. Congratulations on getting married. Safe wishes to you and your significant other. How did we went to 0 viewers? I don't know. That was weird. All of a sudden I saw 0. But it happens sometimes that it glitches out on you guys and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you happen to hear me, just so I know that my voice is still being shown on stream, please type a 1 in chat if you happen to still hear my voice. So I just wanted to see if I need to restart the stream or not. So that's why I'm asking for you guys to type a 1, just so I know for sure if you guys can hear me or not. So that kind of lets me know what's going on. Don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm just wondering if I should restart the stream. Checking 1, 2, 3 if you guys can hear me. Bum 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 bum. back